everyone, and welcome to the Uncolored podcast, sponsored by Vesti. It's your girl, Venita Akpofure, and today we are going to be chopping it up on a rather dicey topic. We are going to be discussing racism and if it actually still exists. And joining me today, I have two very well-traveled men and who are very influential in this side of the world, and they're going to be sharing their personal experiences and opinions on this topic.
Want to Japa but stuck at the starting line? Meet Vesti. Get a US green card if you have a master's degree, access to loans and savings accounts, and enjoy full support for your school or work visa. We handle your banking and visa support fast and easy. Go with Vesti.
Joining me on set today, I have a sports enthusiast, a fellow reality star, a BBN alumni, and Mr. Outspoken himself. Please help me welcome Miracle OP to the set.
Ooh, what an intro.
Stop it, I like it. Hi, Miracle.
Oh, that's the nicest words you've said to me in my life. I had to record that. Can you say that again, please?
Wow.
No, say that again, but slowly.
I'll say it after I introduce
I'll make it like a gift card or something.
I'm so done with you. And also next to Miracle, we have the award-winning producer, docuseries, Nightlife in Lagos. He is a lifestyle connoisseur and a nightlife kingpin. Please help me welcome Sunky O to the set.
Fam, I need to do better in life. Wait, hold on. Can you match my intro to his intro? Award-winning document. You did a documentary.
Yes, he did. Nightlife in Lagos.
I asked you what you did. You just told me I do lifestyle. He made it so regular. Like, oh, I'm just lifestyle.
Lifestyle is everything. Okay, Miracle.
Yeah,
and speaking about lifestyle,
document, that's some Oscar type stuff, bro.
All right, do you want to give him a pat on the back?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and do that.
I'm wearing white.
Oh, darling, we're wearing white and let nothing stain our white.
You always have to ask for consent. Always. It's very important.
Well, speaking of shades and tones, today's topic is racism in 2024. Wow. So I'm just going to come to you first, Sunky. Does racism still exist? Do you think so?
Yeah, it does. I would say it does still exist. Yeah, I mean, even if it's 2024, you come to realize that these are things that have been messed up from like backgrounds, historical, and what have you. So it still does exist, and it will still continue to exist. Yeah.
You say it will continue. Miracle, what do you think about that?
I want him to elaborate more on that before I actually even say my own piece. What do you mean by it still exists? Do you mean like it's as bad as it was before, or they're just still racist people?
Yeah, so I'm saying that so with racism, except you're trying to eradicate
no more racist.
No, so I'm saying except you're trying to eradicate the older generation or some certain type of areas or whatever. So for the fact that those people keep giving birth, yes, and they keep passing the knowledge of
mentality.
what they know, what their parents or their own forefathers has passed on to them.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So that's what I'm saying. It's a continual thing,
generational thing.
Right.
Okay. I guess what I'm hearing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing from him is that there's still racist people and they teach their kids racism. So racism still exists.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I believe that racist people still exist because I feel like in the world, World War II is over, but you still see Nazi apologists around that still support Hitler's code. But it doesn't mean they're Nazis all around the world. No.
Okay.
They're few. I don't think, yes, they're racist, but I don't think there is a racism problem. And I will speak from the American perspective. I feel I don't think racism is a big problem. I think it is shone a light more than it needs to be shone. So because of social media, and especially because of social media, racial issues are skyrocketed. So a black person in America...
So you don't feel like it's not that it's skyrocketing, social media just is giving it more voice now that there's social media?
Not more voice. I just think that there's a certain agenda also that they're trying to push. And especially during political times, like we are right now, Democrats are going to say Republicans are racist, and Republicans are going to say Democrats just want to take your guns. It's the same play. They play out the same time. And if a kid gets killed by a cop, if it's a white kid gets killed by a cop, not that much.
Here.
But if you see it's a black kid, best believe there's going to be rallies and protests in every city in America. Probably in England too. Maybe in India. We don't know how big they are now. But what I'm trying to say is the racial issues that are going on in the world right now are over heightened by social media.
So let's chop this down real quick, because I noticed your examples, you're using libs, you're using dems, but I want to know, okay, first of all, let's start with what reputation Nigerians have abroad.
I think it varies.
Yeah, different countries have different opinions.
All right, so
have different opinions.
Example, you know, women are singing praises about Nigerian men, you know, but then, you know, the passport immigration may say, oh, Nigerians tend to overstay. We have a lot of different stereotypes that are attached to us.
Yeah.
So I want to know, you know, what challenges as a Nigerian, because you're very well traveled.
Yeah.
You've Pan-Africa, US, Europe, you name it. And you as well.
What's the best country you've been to, you said?
That's fine, darling. It's my interview.
A country like you
No,
spend the rest
it's
of your
okay.
life.
Miracle has left the chat.
That's a good question, though.
It is a very good question, and we'll get back into it. But firstly, let's answer the one on the table, which is, how do you think Nigerians cope or face these challenges with stereotypical stigmas abroad?
I mean, I don't think the stereotypes for Nigerians, especially... I always tell people this. When did Black Panther come out? What year?
We're not sure. Which one? There was more than one.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
I think after the first Black Panther came on, Africa was a trend. Everybody wanted to be African.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like before, if you're talking early 2000s, I guess every African had the stigma of African booty scratcher, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we had the unnecessary hard hair.
That, they stopped even categorizing everywhere as Africa. Because now you travel.
Now they actually know your country. I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Guinea. Oh, I have friends in this, I have friends in that. So I feel like now people are more cultured about Africa. So as an African, especially when you enter higher institution learning, you're expected to excel. There's a certain expectation of hard work that you're meant to put into your work. There's a certain level of responsibility you're meant to carry. A certain level of appearance. Africans are supposed to be clean, well-cut, well-spoken, hardworking, because to be fair, the best of the best are usually the ones that go there. Not everybody has the opportunity to school in America, or school in England, or school in Canada, Australia, whatever you go to. So usually people that usually come from, most, not all, but most,
privileged
come from privileged backgrounds. So they're well-educated, well-spoken. They have drive. They have a sense of drive. And they know if I don't get good grades in this place, my dad can send me back to a Nigerian school, or they'll mess me up. So,
okay, fair. Well, Sunky, you know, like I pointed out, you've well traveled. I've been lucky to come on some of those trips with you. I just wanted to ask if you've ever encountered a situation where you really felt your blackness, like you were really confronted with the fact that you were Nigerian.
Yeah.
If it happened, where did it happen? And talk me through that story.
So I think that would be in Dubai. It was my 30th birthday, and I was coming from the club with my friends. So most of the clubs in Dubai, they're like either like in the hotel or whatever. So like top buildings, the rooftops. So we get down from the space, the lobby. So we just have to wait till like the the valet like go bring the car or whatever. So this lady just comes, start shouting. And this is a huge-ass lobby that I can see different type of colors seated. You understand? Like having the meetings or whatever, some just waiting for their rooms. But obviously, coming down from the club, so we have to wait. The valet tells that the car is outside, then we'll step out, right? Smart comes, no, you can sit here, you can do this. They're shouting. It was so crazy, like causing a scene.
Like someone that worked for the hotel?
Yeah, but she like all covered up and all that. And me now, my 30th birthday, you mad, like just come up from a late
you match your energy.
Listen, pierced her soul. This guy, like I rammed in, I went hard. You don't even understand, because I was not having it. don't ruin my night, you get me? Because we are not here to constitute. We don't even look, we're coming from the club.
Yeah.
Everybody's like tripped out. So we're not looking some certain type of way, or you say you want to talk us down, right? So the police people came, and when the police came, you could realize... Are you joking? Yes, now.
Whoa,
so you could realize that...
In Dubai?
You could realize that all they could say was, oh yeah, she said you made a video, please can you take it down, or can you delete it, or whatever. That was the only thing. So that was what I was telling you about this racism thing not ending.
Oh, no,
it's a thing of...
The Middle East.
The head.
The Middle East.
So the guy was just like... So you were never trying to like relate or
find
talk
out
about
what
what's going on.
Yeah.
All they just wanted is don't have a proof of this. Yes, and when they watched the video, obviously they didn't know that I started the video with my own face first. Because like, you're not gonna back out story before you flip the camera. So they couldn't see
what started it.
Do you understand my point? So yeah.
That's
and
crazy,
you were sure it's a race thing. Maybe she was trying to hide from a boyfriend.
In the Middle East on that, I'll say I usually hear those stories with females though, because most of the clubs are inside hotels, and usually outside you usually have like a lot of girls that usually want to go in with men, and they're usually Nigerian girls. When the black girls are there, they're usually most of them are Nigerian girls. Yeah. So like hotel staff always have a thing of trying to chase them away in some hotels, trying to chase them away. I've not heard it from a guy, but I know black women, even when you're just there to have a good time with your girls, they feel like, oh, you're an escort or something, you're waiting for a rich man, and they will embarrass you. But even, sometimes you actually need to have your passport, or if they catch you without your passport, they can arrest you and deport you.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever had a situation where you've been racially profiled, Miracle?
Texas. But it's expected.
Texas?
Yeah, it's Texas. It's expected though. One was on a football, we're playing football, and the opposing fans were like, they were saying some racist stuff. But I feel like, I don't know, I guess it became my mentality. I felt like they were just trying to get in my head. Right. So I didn't even see that as racism, but they were making racist chants. And the second one was also in Texas. God damn it. Goddamn Texas. Also in Texas, I remember a bunch of Africans, we always sit on the table, especially it was boarding school. So we always sit on the table together at night. It was after a soccer practice. So a bunch of people now left their plates on the table. Mm-hmm. And the head of the boys' dorm now came to us and was like, yeah, you guys need to pack all the plates. And we're like, wait, hold on, wait, what? Like, we're still sitting there, you can see our plates. We didn't eat those plates. We're like, no, it's just a responsible thing to do, boys. And the way he said that, and the way he said that, boys, like that, boy, was like, hold on. That's you drag that Y a bit too much. You need to calm down, boy. You're like, what? Hold on now. So we felt some type of way about it, and we just left the situation. We picked up our pace and they were like, we're not going to do that. But me, I feel like when somebody's intentionally trying to be racist at you, like looking at you, and they're trying to degrade you because of your skin color, I always feel it's because it's their last resort to get to you. You see what I'm trying to say? Like,
just want to poke you.
You just want to,
like a mental provocation.
Yeah. Like, you know you can't touch me because I'll mess you up.
Right.
You know you can't step to me when it comes to swagger, when it comes to vibe. So you're trying to degrade me. You're trying to break me inside so that you know that you hurt me. So I feel like even when you punch them or when you confront them, like, bro, they get a certain level of gratification that, bro, I got you, bro.
Like,
and this shit affects you. Like, you know when people will say, oh, if it smells like a horse, it's a horse. Like, if something's, bro, like, that means, I feel like if you react to a racist comment, that means a little bit in you, like, you feel a little bit not secure in yourself. That's how I always feel, bro.
Well, that can be expected if, for example, it's not your home country.
Right.
If you are, relocating, if you're working abroad, or if you're studying abroad. Which leads me around to this point. So, when you go off to university or you going away on a holiday, etc., and you interact with other Africans or other black non-Africans, how do you think they receive us as Nigerians? Sunky, I'm going to go first to you because I know you're very Pan-African traveled. So
yeah,
please.
So with that as well, I was about to say that this is even about like outside Africa alone. Even the African countries, it's so funny. The blacks, like, bro, your same skin tone, you still feel the same way. because I remember Rachel telling me, so I used to go to Nairobi or Kenya a lot. So my friend was telling me about Sunky, it was a very fucked up experience at the airport. I'm like, why? But me, every time I go see my friend, I mean, she's married to like a diplomat over there. So she sends the whole concierge and everything. So I don't face all of that. So a friend was meeting me in Nairobi. I was like, when she told me that, I'm like, wow. But I didn't want to believe that I'm like, at Nairobi, like, this is Africa, so it's going to go on.
That happened, actually. Yeah.
So, now going out randomly, just on a random day, then I witnessed it, not knowing that. So what I do is, anywhere I go to like that, I always have like a local friend, right? So, but obviously, it's looking all good and all that. So they didn't think he was like part of them, you understand? So when they just started doing the little language thing going on, it just packed. Imagine their person just going off on them. I'm like, wow, it's just
because they were Nigerian.
Yeah, no, it was just he's Kenyan.
Oh,
right, yeah, but because he's with us and he's the only one, but he's my friend. He was already like.
So they were basically attacking him because he was chilling in Nigeria.
No, they were attacking us, not knowing he
could understand
their language
for being Nigerian, eh?
Yeah, they were just cussing and everything. Next thing he just packed out on them. I'm like, because me not still understanding. Because we're just walking, we just
speaking Swahili, huh?
Yeah, the guy just went, I'm sorry, you can't be doing videos, you can't be taking snap in the mall. I'm like, I think it's called the mall for a reason. Why tell me I cannot snap and all that? So my friend Rachel just went off on the guys because they're Nigerians. So, I mean...
I just feel like when it comes to other African countries, I always feel like they have a vendetta against Nigeria. I wouldn't even say it's a vendetta. I just feel like they envy our confidence.
Did you watch the news? Did you see the one that happened?
The NFF.
Yeah,
I was even talking to some of the players.
Them holding the players. Yeah. That was insane.
16 hours, no water, no food, no nothing like
that they should attend to Nigerians.
So now they're coming back.
They're back already.
So we're not qualifying then. Is that what it means?
No, we abandoned the match. The CAF can do whatever they want with the points. Even some of the European-based players, they've already been taken on a private jet back to their respectable clubs. Orlando, Boniface.
There's a large movement that is not.
Yeah, it was quite disgraceful what Libya did, and I just feel like Libya's zone is different. But when it comes to other African countries, I feel like they envy our confidence.
Okay,
we're a big country that doesn't have a big country's economy. But we still walk with swagger. We still walk with confidence. We still talk with drive.
I will do the most.
And they're like, where is this coming from? Like Nigerians, they see Nigerians like Arsenal fans in the Champions League. Why do you have so much confidence? No, it's fine. Why do you have so much confidence? Why? You haven't won it, but why do you have so much confidence? That's how they see us. So they're threatened by that.
Also, you can't blame them because Nigerians, the
big
way
personalities,
we do in these other countries like Ghana here. Oh my God. Like Nigerians, we enter other people's country. And we dominate.
Yeah. Make it our own.
Yeah, I feel like Nigerians, we are the alpha spirit. It's so it's so blooming. Like you don't know how to deem it for anybody. Even in the clubs, their VIP section is occupied by the Nigerians. Yes, and they are
women like Nigerians.
Just.
I mean, facts.
Our
South African women, Kenyan women,
every African
Rwandan women,
African American women.
The ideal man is a Nigerian man.
But why do you think that is?
Because Nigerian men have not me. Of squandering money.
I'm glad you removed yourself from that.
Because I don't. No.
You're not a squanderer. Yes.
I'm not a squanderer. School fees is high, and I'm planning for school fees. It's very, very expensive.
He doesn't have one kid, by the way.
I'm planning ahead. The key is to plan ahead.
Okay.
I'm a Nigerian man that thinks like a white man.
Okay.
Got it.
That's what I mean.
I'm getting you.
Come on now. Right. Feel me.
Okay. Feel it.
Nah, but what was I saying?
Why are Nigerian men so celebrated internationally, do you think?
Come on now. Look at the juice. Look at the sauce.
Well, Sunky, I'm sure you'll speak English for me other than these grants. Why do you think Nigerian men
Look at the sauce.
Look at the juice and the sauce.
Look at the drip. Look at the
are you the juiciest, sauciest? Wait. So let me get this straight. Let's just clear this right now. Are you saying that currently the world's most sought after men are steezing, swagging, juicing from Nigeria?
Yes.
Ha!
Yes.
This is very serious.
Yes.
This is a very serious statement.
Yes.
Just say the
people will say Congo because of the height.
The spenders.
Hey, spenders.
See, let me tell you something about the spenders.
Yeah, that's what she
The
said.
spending has to end at one point. But the people that save,
Oh, here
they
we go.
spend in the future. I'm telling you, a wise man told me this. Do you know who that wise man is?
Who?
Myself.
I knew he was coming with this nonsense. I knew you were coming with this.
A wise man has to call himself a wise man before other people called him wise.
Oh my goodness.
Come on
Okay,
now.
Mr. Wiseman.
Come on now.
Mr. Wiseman.
Catch up.
You're actually educated and you have some accreditation
People will not believe, but yes.
from America.
First class.
First class.
First class. Distinction.
Guys,
Dean's
Miracle
list.
has
Dean's list.
small sense.
A lot.
Just small. Okay, a lot of sense on paper. On paper. But yes, you obviously had to spend years there.
Yeah.
Don't mind. You know, you're my darling. I love you to bits.
Keep going. You
Now,
love me. She really loves
As
me.
a steezing, juicy Nigerian man that you please, have you, you would have come across different, other races there as well.
yeah.
Did you ever get involved in an interracial situation?
Bruh, funny enough, podcast moment, bus moment. I lost my virginity to a white girl, bruh.
Woo! Okay.
I really did.
Was she blonde, blue eyes?
No, brown hair, Jewish. Yeah.
Is she supposed to?
Jewish girl, bro. Bro, I was up north in Syracuse University. 60% of the white people there were Jewish.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Right. So what was your
Opposite
experience?
doors. I mean, I don't think I knew I was doing the first time. I watched a lot of porn.
I'm not
I thought I was
talking,
prepared.
no, Miracle, I'm not talking about that activity.
Oh.
I mean, just your general your relationship.
So we have the podcast moment.
We are, but
yeah.
your relationship with your...
Oh, no, we didn't date. I just...
Oh, you didn't?
No, I just lost it. I never said I dated.
Just like that. So you just walked into the world and...
literally a day before I had to go back to Nigeria for Christmas break. Crazy.
I'm going to apologize. I would like to apologize to the Okafos for Miracle's sudden revelation.
Bro, what? I became a man before Christmas.
You became a man?
Yeah.
So, a beautiful queen from another race turned you into a man?
Not necessarily.
So that's why I'm asking.
I don't think she did anything.
Like she disvirgined you.
How did... You need
Let's
to...
put it like that. Yeah.
I want to know what the influence, if there was any cultural influences.
I guess I won't lie. I was intentionally trying to try something new.
Okay.
I've always talked to black girls. I was always with black girls in secondary school.
Okay.
And I won't lie, secondary school was not I didn't peak in secondary school. College, I peaked.
Okay.
Oh my God, I was a stud in college. I was a freaking stud. But
Okay.
I was like, I need to utilize my studness.
Did you lose your virginity while you were in college?
Yeah,
or?
freshman year.
Okay.
Freshman year of college, that's when I lost it.
What made you decide, I want to try something new and I want this first time that is so important?
I won't lie because she was just there. I would not even lie. Wow. It was not, I'm being very honest. It was nothing special. She was a great girl. We had great conversations. Like I said, she was my opposite door neighbor. I mean, the second half of the semester was very
neighbor.
awkward. Bro, like the dorms in America are co-ed.
Right.
So boys and girls are in a dorm. So this is my room facing her room. The second half of the semester was awkward, but we got through it. I transferred at the end of the year.
Sunky, what about you? Do you have any, have you had any intimate interactions with people from another race and what input did they bring into your life?
Okay, so although it wasn't like sexual, right? It was just more of business and what have you. So you realize that there are different parts of the world whereby there are certain areas in that same place you think they're like racist, but the other area is just such of a uptown that is like blended enough that they don't have issues, you understand? So for example, we're talking about Dubai now. If you go to Daira, Daira is like the Kong Dubai, then there's the Palm Jumeirah that's like, Palm Jumeirah is like Hollywood, you understand? Because the Arab, everybody is there, so they don't necessarily, nobody's coming there to form racist, do you understand? So this was in Amsterdam. So when I went there, I had this brand that was working with in Nigeria. So they had to tell the ambassador over there to like we should link up for like dinner and tea
nice.
and have like parties and partnership and what have you. So I realized that she was she again? Can't remember, like obviously white girl, but everything about her was just amazing. Do you understand? You could not see any sense of, oh, you're black, you're this, and even for a conversation. She invited me the next day to meet her friends, her family. So, and the kind of friendship, she had like Arab friends, she had like different type of friendships.
Diverse.
So, yeah, diverse. So it wasn't giving, this one is racist, you understand? So I have a couple of friends that are not necessarily black, and the whole racism.
Have you ever had like an intimate relationship?
It doesn't go on with them.
Have you had an intimate relationship with someone?
Maybe just one person.
One person, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much your personal interactions have been quite favourable.
Yeah.
Nothing too traumatic there. Do you think that interracial relationships has had an effect on racism? Do you think now that we see more of it, it makes it less intense? Do you think it makes it less intense now that more cultures are blending around the world?
Yeah, I mean, for Lagos, Nigeria, I would say we have the Lebanese community and we're coming into the hospitality business. So I feel like these are signs that the whole thing has come over here, do you understand? And I think in Lebanon as well, for them to understand that our brothers are out here in Nigeria, Africa, owning businesses. I've worked with some of them that tell you, I've been here for 25 years, I've been here for 20 years. And their kids, like, Patik, like them.
They grow up here,
They grow up here. Like, I'm like, no, we're not giving birth in Lebanon. They give birth to them here, but like, they're proper Lebanese, do you understand? So I feel like with business opportunities and things like that, would have a more relaxed tone when it comes to racism.
Okay, interesting.
I feel the Lebanese community have taken over the nightlife in Lagos, low-key, bro.
They've taken over the nightlife?
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily.
I think so.
All right, well, we're going to...
I feel like most VI establishments are
so you're saying here
managed or owned by Lebanese.
Yeah.
So you're saying here is like a thriving ground for them to come into business.
And I also feel like Nigerians don't trust other Nigerians to run their business.
Ooh.
Facts. No, that one is a fact.
Why do you think that is the case?
Because as Nigerians, we also have our own stigma on our people.
We have our own stigma on ourselves.
We do. I strongly, I think it's a generational thing for my family, but I feel like my father has maybe believed that a Nigerian person necessarily would not run your business adequately the way you want them to run, especially in a professional manner.
Yeah, so that's not done. So that is on their incapability.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like
Nigerians
Lebanese
don't want to hire Nigerians. They hire the person that will do the job.
Yeah, and it's usually non-Nigerians, like people that run.
Because the Nigerians they will hire for the same job would not get it done.
That's what I'm trying to say.
In the field, do you understand?
That's what I'm trying to say.
You said Nigerians don't want to hire Nigerians.
They don't even consider Nigerians anymore.
Yeah, because they don't get the job done.
Okay.
We're saying the same thing.
Right. Can I
You're
answer?
saying that they don't hire them because, or maybe they just don't want to hire Nigerians.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay,
They don't do a good job.
Can I answer a question?
They'll mess up your business.
Miracle, you're not just a reality face, which I don't think a lot of people know. I know you do. You're in creative industries because your passion is here, but you actually have a background in pharmaceuticals. Yep. So you run a business. Yeah. Are your employees predominantly Nigerian?
All our staff are Nigerian.
Okay.
Apart from head staff.
Apart from head
So
staff.
the person GM and also GM of the cosmetic side of things, they're both non-Nigerians.
So has a Nigerian held to that position before?
No.
Ever in the history?
My dad and his partner, but never.
Wow.
Never.
Well, Sunky...
Did you ask why?
Oh, I know why.
Why?
My father doesn't trust a Nigerian to do it.
Wow.
Is either him or somebody that's an expatriate, and he believes expatriates are from a foreign country.
I think you should ask him. Probably he has just been messed up by Nigeria.
Yeah. And he's also done business in Nigeria, so he does not even trust Nigeria when it comes to serious, high-level business, because he feels like they will not put as much effort as he would. So it's also a mental thing, honestly, because I'm not saying that they're not Nigerians that can't do it, but just due to what he's experienced, he doesn't even want to take that risk.
Gotcha.
Doesn't even want to.
Well, Sunky, you work with brands, establishments, organizations like internationally, and you've worked heavily with Nigerians and heavily with non-Nigerians. Is your experience, are there huge differences in your experience when working with Nigerians versus when you're working with non-Nigerians?
Clearly.
Really?
Yes, 100.
Wow.
And I feel like it's made me who I am as well, because I realized that if you work in Nigeria so much, there's a way you're just...
Become lackadaisical.
Yeah, you get so
lackadaisical.
chilled out. You get so laid back.
lackadaisical.
Right? Because you think some things are like the norms.
Right.
Or because you're used to working with these certain people. Right? I've been to agencies or work that it's been put together by proper white people, and call time says 6 a.m. or 10 a.m.
Oh, Lord. Not the time.
You
Not
are
the timing.
getting there and everything is set. Just things like as simple as that. So even to work the transparency as well, you hardly find them move like this. Just and they tell you what they can do and this thing. A typical Nigerian calls you a very huge ass invoice and time to do the work now. It's story time, or my uncle is something.
Or they'll add more bills during the work. Say, things got more expensive.
Yeah, so I mean, this is me not saying that there are no good Nigerians out there, right?
Of course there are.
Most of the people that we executed of this work, my team, I mean, they're all Nigerians.
Your team is Nigerian,
they're all Nigerians. So if you get to meet the good ones, but obviously everywhere you go, there's always few bad eggs.
I just feel like playing still on the racism topic, I just feel like somebody, funny enough, this was a white person that told me this, my coach in Texas, especially when I was recruiting. He was like, Miracle, most of these coaches that are recruiting you are just going to look at you for your athleticism. Show them something. Do not be the stigma of just, he told me straight to my face, do not be the stigma of just a black kid that can run fast and has good stamina. Show them that you're technical. Show them that you can think with the ball. Show them that you can calm the game down. And I also feel like it's a message that can be spread outside of sports, which is, yes, racism exists, but do not play into stigmas that have been put on you as a community.
Right, but whether we like it or not, there are stigmas that have shaped.
There's stigmas, but they're people, I'm telling you,
they're saying I should
force them to think you out. Like, bro, black people in America now that do not play to the stigma are seen as people trying to act white.
Like a coconut or Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom. People that are against, because black people are known to come late. Black people are known to have bad diets. Black people are known to be loud. Black people are known to be over-aggressive.
So hold on. Do you feel like there are racist subtleties then? Let's call them subtleties because they're not obvious, that have shaped the system when it comes to education. In this example you're speaking about sports, healthcare. Do you feel like there are subtle racist elements that shape that for black people overall?
Because of social media, because that is what they show. An entertaining black person is loud, is violent, is confrontational. These are the things
Miracle, I have to disagree with you on that one a little bit.
What do you mean? Just look at Nigeria.
I don't think that's
what is the selling show in Nigeria today? Big Brother. And why is Big Brother, when is Big Brother entertaining? When people are fighting, when people are arguing. That is the truth. That is the stigma. That is what people enjoy to watch. If you're a calm, responsible individual that is quiet, that does what they need to do, is not confrontational, you're seen as a boring person and they want you out.
Big Brother is international, and I want to say, if you're applying interest...
all reality shows.
All
this
right.
is Big Brother.
All reality shows.
Venita, change this topic.
Love Island, all of them. You have to be confrontational. You have to be aggressive.
You do not have to be.
So all
We
of
had a
this
black
is
couple
just-
win Love Island for the first time. I think it's like 8 years or 11 years that Love
What's their
Island
name?
has been running.
What's their
and
name?
they were not violent.
What's their name?
They were not
What's their
aggressive. Mimi and Josh.
Are they still together?
That's not my concern.
I rest my case.
That has their relationship status
What
has
are we
nothing to
talking
do
about
with
here?
perception.
Is it the
You
fight
have just
is it the
changed
fight
this.
that
Please.
make them stay together?
You have just changed this now.
Okay, if I call this person's name, you remember them.
Call
Jocelyn
them.
Hernandez.
Because of the fight?
Jocelyn Hernandez.
I don't know.
There you
No,
go.
Jocelyn Hernandez.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That means
And
you
you
don't
have
watch reality
no wait.
TV.
He does. He does. But you
So
have
how do
just.
you not know Jocelyn
What
Hernandez?
I'm saying is the reality
And
TV
aside that, I don't
thing.
really think that you can use that to.
God bless you.
You cannot use this to quantify it because
Right.
they want to make money. All these shows, they want to make money. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? At the end of the day, this is what brings about the engagement.
I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, so you cannot literally say
It's not subject
that.
to race.
It's not, I feel like I don't.
Or
I mean,
nationality.
it's not real life.
Do you know why?
That's
Do you
my
know-
point.
It's
It's not
subject to
real
race.
life.
It's you guys cannot
No, you
deny
cannot
that.
really say-
You guys
you can't-
cannot say
no.
it's not subject to race when black people, as a stigma, are known for being overly aggressive people.
But you just
But there are some
okay.
subjects- it's not
Miracle.
reality. This is about black people now.
All I would say to you is I just gave you an example of a winner of a current or
Yeah, I
two
don't
sets of
think-
winners current show and they won it without any of that. So I don't want to attach.
Would you agree
I'm
that
not.
the
Can I
most-
finish?
Okay.
Can you be polite enough to let me finish and let any of us finish when we're speaking on this couch? Because you know I get heated and I will burn you up in this
no, I
seat.
want that.
Right.
You weren't
So
red
what
too.
I'm what I'm saying is, in essence, reality TV is reality TV. It's entertaining when there's bass and boast.
Yeah.
Yes, but that is not subject to nationality or skin tone. Big Brother is worldwide.
Can I ask you a question?
Love Island is worldwide. I would love for you to ask me a question, but you can ask me maybe after I come in with my next question because this is my show and I love you very much. Thank you. Right. Moving on, guys. I just have to rein in Miracle a little bit, but I want to ask you now, Sunky.
Well,
Is there, do you see some things that other countries or other nationalities do that promote an element of inclusion and promote diversity? So, Miracle, you studied abroad. Do you think that there were racial elements that shaped how your education, came into place?
What do you mean by racial element?
Like, did you join a sorority or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah.
There are tiny little elements.
I joined in New York. I joined. People say predominantly white fraternity. I joined a predominantly white fraternity, Sigma Chi. Then I also, when I transferred to North Carolina, I joined the Omega Sci-Fi Incorporated.
Are they predominantly?
She-Dogs, predominantly black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two very different sororities.
Yeah.
How was that for you, and how did that affect your
No.
education?
The process was tough, but the connections are immense. And predominantly white, predominantly black, you have different, like in my frat house in New York, I had Indians, I had people from the Middle East, I had white people, I had other Africans. So it was very, very mixed. And also New York is a melting pot as well. So you expect that. But in North Carolina, the predominantly black one, yes, it's predominantly black. They were all black people. But sometimes you have white people. Sometimes you have Asians, but it's not that many. So, but I joined mostly for the connections. So
Okay.
I was in the financial field, and these helped me a lot with my two first internships, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my Sigma Chi one helped me get Bank of America. Then I had the opportunity of working with Wells Fargo my sophomore year.
Oh, wow.
Goldman Sachs my junior and senior year were from Omega Sci-Fi, from a fellow brother in New York.
Well, you have a very financial background,
Oh, yeah,
Michael.
big time.
Why aren't you squandering? Why aren't you busting it open for us?
I'm saving for the future.
All right.
Saving for the future.
No worries.
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, curious question. And I'm only asking this because, in the UK, for example, we have free healthcare. But it is a known statistic that black women when they're being hospitalized are not really given the same care, especially those that are about to give birth or in the process of pregnancy and need to, have a child. And essentially the statistics of complications for Black women while giving birth are really, really high, but they don't get that extra care and they're not necessarily favored. Have you been in any healthcare situation where you felt like the service towards you may have a touch of race attached to it at all? Like, have you ever needed to go to a dentist abroad or, have a health check?
I won't call it racism. It was more of, so when I went to the States, like, for my birthday this year, and that's just run checkup or whatever. So now they asked for like a number. So obviously I'm not like a citizen, so I wouldn't call that like, those are like procedures.
Yeah, procedures.
Yeah, so I wouldn't
just
call
protocol. So you haven't experienced anything?
No, not at all.
But I think there are moments in healthcare though that increase stigma though, especially in Nigeria. Yeah. People receiving medical care in Nigeria compared to other countries. I feel like you could also mention that as well.
Explain.
So I remember the year before I went to Big Brother, I had sepsis.
Wow. That's very serious.
Yeah, very, very serious. And it happened because all I had to do was remove my appendix. So my appendix was perforated. So appendicitis, so they had to remove it. But in Nigeria, they didn't know what was going on.
Oh, no.
Did MRI, do everything, and I went into a septic state. I actually got septic into Nigeria. And I went to England. I had to stay in England for months because they had to give me antibiotics, reduce everything. Because in Nigeria, they wanted to open me up and do what they call a clean-up. So they'll open you up and clean you up, and you have a big-ass scar just because of an appendix. So I went to England, they now give me antibiotics,
flush your whole system
calm the pus down and everything before I had to do surgery. And I got to a doctor, to a specialist, and they were not like, you say you were septic in Nigeria? I was like, yeah. They're like, why didn't you just remove your appendix? And my mom looked at me, and she was like, so that's what was causing this whole thing? They were like, yeah, it's appendicitis. Why didn't you just remove it? Bro,
was it like a general
hospital?
My
mom thought I was, you know how Igbo moms
Was it like a general hospital you visited in Nigeria?
In Nigeria? I went to Reddington. From Reddington, I went to one in Ikoyi. Like, bro, like, people that said they were specialists. And the one in Reddington was the one that said I need to open me up and do a clean up. Maybe my mom said, open up, clean up. She was like, well, I'm going to England in the next
I'm not a huge fan of that hospital.
So just like, it's wild. It's simple thing can kill people. Even like, how many people in Nigeria have died from, what's that thing? Blood clot. A simple blood clot kills millions of Nigerians every year. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So would you say that, our medicals or our medical personnel have a bit of a reputation for maybe not being so thorough abroad?
Yeah, but I don't even think you can blame the Nigerians on that one because they're very successful Nigerians in other countries.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I feel like it's the government needs to step up in the facilities they give them.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. Like,
the ratios,
it's the development and technology, so they work with what they have. And they can't necessarily do more than
that's
what
really a bit sad.
Offered. So yeah,
that's a bit sad to hear, though.
I also feel like doctors to patient ratio is crazy, bro. In government hospitals, one doctor is treating about like 60 patients in one day.
Let me bust your brain. I had a doctor who came on the podcast. You may know him. He's known as Waka Waka Doctor. He's very well traveled. He loves to travel. Been to 75 countries and ongoing. He said when he was working at a public hospital, when he was working, he used to see up to 150 patients a day. And he said what that did for his mental health was insane. And he had to, take a step out and migrate and start this journey.
And then you go to Loot. Middle of the day, 12 o'clock, go to Loot. If you're brave, go there. You see people dying in the hallway. I kid you, literally, you see patients that cannot be attended to dying on the hallway. It's crazy.
We're going to move out of this morbid section and go swiftly onto another very serious area, which is the justice system. Now, the justice system we should tackle a system that is very, very important, one that actually governs and rules everybody all around the world, and that is the legal system. there are some legal systems that have been in the news for the way they maneuver around this topic of race. Miracle, what's your experience with the legal system and race?
Where?
Over there.
America? Like I said, the media over-escalates everything.
Okay.
So if one black person dies in the hands of a white man, they'll tell you 100 black people died.
Okay.
So, like I said, even the media...
Is that what you think it is?
No,
Just-
yeah.
it's okay,
I
let's let him
strongly
land.
believe, and from what I've seen, the media push a narrative they want to push. Wow. So certain news stations, especially from 2016 till 2020, when Trump entered first, they were the media channels in America became very, very political. You knew what you were going to get from each station. CNN, Democrats. MSNBC, Democrats. NBC, ABC, Democrats. Fox, Republican. You understand? You knew what you were going to get from the feeds. So CNN is talking about race, is talking about killing cops killing black people, all this type of stuff. And Fox is showing you immigration. They're showing you the economy is bad, what bad things Democrats are doing. CNN and other ones are showing you what bad things Republicans are doing. So it became very, very political. So over there, I think the law has zero tolerism for these things. But
Okay.
if you're not going to say, okay, but black people are in prison more, well, black people commit more crimes more, and also black people are more impoverished than white people, so they don't get good legal counsel. Most black people, when they go to court, they're usually given what's public defense attorneys.
Right.
So they don't get good legal advice or good legal defense.
They don't get the top pick.
They don't.
Let's not say good, we can't judge, in that instance. But yes, I know you are going to media, but do you honestly think, leave media aside from it, leave all the platforms that they're projecting all of these things on. These things really happened. I literally watched a video of a woman in her home, police entering and assaulting the woman and leaving, right? So first of all...
I know that one.
We're not... Now, the example I'm using is not news affiliated.
Yeah.
In your heart of hearts, do you honestly believe that the legal system in the US, where you have had
Supports
experience,
racism?
is kind to people of color?
This is the only thing I'm going to tell people. If America is as racist as they say it is, why does America receive the highest influx of black immigrants into the country every year? So everybody says America is racist, but every black person still wants to go to that racist country. How is that? How does that work? How can I tell you that you're bad, but you still want to hug me? Doesn't make sense.
The opportunities you have.
For black people, America has the most opportunities for black people to be successful. So imagine that country is actually racist. There'll be no black person that's successful. There'll be no Jay-Z's. There'll be no Beyonce's. There'll be no Ben Carson's. There'll be no Barack Obama. A black man was president.
But so because we're saying that we have bad government in Nigeria now, do you want to run away?
I'm not encouraging people to run away.
I'm getting somewhere. Do you want to run away?
But America is seen...
No, that's not. Do you want to
me
run
personally?
Yeah.
No. Nigeria is the easiest place to make money.
Exactly. So
my opinion.
the people that want to go to America, even if they know that racism is there, that doesn't change what they want.
They go for the best.
So you won't say because racism is there is why the people are not going for greener pastures.
No, I'm saying they're going there because the racism they're saying is there is not there. The places that racism is actually there.
There's no racism in America.
Why do people don't go to the Middle East? Why don't people go to the? Why don't people?
Like I said,
why don't people go?
At all.
It's not as much as you think it is. There's more racism in Europe than there is in America. Believe it or not.
We just spoke about it in Texas, or what did you say?
Texas. It's one occasion. There are always going to be bad eggs. It's just like the cop that threw hot water on that woman.
So what
it's
was
a bad egg.
It's bad egg.
It's a bad egg. There are bad eggs in every. They're bad. Okay, then bad Nigerian. I don't like Nigerian police, but not every Nigerian policeman is bad. They're just bad eggs.
Can I ask you a very, very good question? Right? You're driving down the roads. Yeah. Well, not likely this is going to be in the same place, but let me just just presume it's nighttime, you're coming back from wherever, regardless of whether you're there or you're here. Who are you going to feel safer interacting with? Nigerian police or American police?
Safer?
Safer.
Safer.
Yes, because
Like-
that's why they're there, right? The police are there to make you
American
safe.
police for sure. Nigerian policeman might have drunk Origin bitters before you met me. Bro, what? These guys are wild over here, bro. Nigerian policemen, most of the time they're doing that night duty, they are waved, bro.
So you don't have any faith in our
So the police
system,
people,
yeah?
once they don't know them, they're not drunk. They don't go on breaks. They don't drink.
I know they're not doing it on duty. They're less likely to do it on duty
You're
than
staying with
Nigerian
them.
police.
Are you staying with them?
They have body cams that have to be on throughout the times that they're on duty.
So what I would say is that I used to think about myself from this scenario. You would probably get an answer of to counter what he's saying. So we all talk about how local flights in Lagos. Oh my God, God punish your peace. God punish this thing. God punish this thing. Listen, when I was doing my state tour in the going to different cities in Yankee, right? I had to stop because there was a particular one from I think it was from Miami back to ATL. Then we meant to go to New York, right? Bro, the delay, the cancel, the stopover.
Yeah, I was about to say Spirit.
No, it's not stopping over, bro. That was when it dawned on me that my friend was like, oh, Sunky, this is normal here. So my point is, because if you've not gone over there now, in your mind, you'd be like, oh, Nigeria is just crazy. Lagos fly, epic. It's everywhere. So because you feel like they are all put together, calm this, calm that, they're humans. Same way we have police people that don't drink. They are those that drink. So you can't just say you're safer in the hands of
a structure.
Yankee police.
If I miss my flight, that flight is going to reimburse me. For example, Delta Airways. I always miss my connecting flight because when I used to come back to Nigeria, I fly to Heathrow. Then I now take Delta from England to Virgin to Atlanta, then Delta, I take it to North Carolina. I always miss my connecting flight to North Carolina. And sometimes it's not my fault, it's Delta's fault. But they reimburse me. They make sure I'm handled. They give me vouchers to spend in the airport and stuff because they've inconvenienced me. In Nigeria, if they inconvenience you, you are inconveniencing them. So how can because there's no structure. That's why I'm always pissed at corporations, even the banks now. I was on the phone.
I want you to share this story.
I was on the phone this past with Venita, and I was literally just telling her about my debacle. I know every Nigerian had it. During this week, the banks were literally done. Yeah. Like 5 banks. 5 major banks down. Yeah. Imagine that. I was on their customer care. So at a point, customer care I was not working. So I had to go to the bank. And they were all looking so... I used to work in the banking sector in Nigeria. So I know what they do when the network is down. You cannot work. But you still shouldn't look comfortable. You shouldn't feel comfortable that you're not working. But Nigerians feel comfortable to not do any work and receive money. So I went to the bank and they were all looking comfortable. I'm like, do you know my business is run through your bank? And you are so comfortable telling me that your network is down. So indirectly, you are used to mediocrity. You're not doing anything about it. And if I lose any business deals because of you guys will be held accountable. Okay. MTN, for example, their network was down. I remember when their network was down, I called MTN this thing. It's a South African company. I told them, if you people don't fix what you are doing now, and I lose any business because I cannot communicate, you guys will be held accountable. And my network was fixed immediately. I promise you.
MTN Nigeria?
Immediately. Because there is a structure behind it.
So you were aggressive?
You have to. Nigeria.
I just wanted to check in with you.
You have to.
Okay.
You can't. I feel like in Nigeria, I feel like everybody is just so used to mediocrity.
Okay, so can I just pause you there? You said you have to kind of push your agenda if you want to, do well or get anything done here. Now, if a Nigerian who has never been abroad, or, yes, I know what racism is, but I've never experienced it. I don't know what it's like, and I have this natural way of doing things. Is it really fair for you to be like, oh, please try not to live up to the stigma when I grew up in an environment which causes me to have teeth and claws to get to where I want to? Is it fair?
I feel like it's fair if someone is racist towards you and you react in an aggressive way, you are in control of your emotions. I strongly believe that. If somebody said they called you the N-word and you punch them, I may tell you, oh, you were justified in punching them, but you have to face the consequences for that punch.
I was about to say that.
You have to face consequences for that punch.
Right.
So you
But
either
you're digressing
punch them or
a little bit.
No, it's the same. It's
to
the same
come
thing.
back. No, you said we're aggressive, we're violent, etc. So if somebody grew up, or all their adult formative years come from an environment where this is how they know how to get by, how do you want them to walk into somewhere brand new and start doing a whole nother system? Like, they're going to start with the system that they started. And even still, I don't really think I agree.
That's emotional intelligence.
I don't agree with your
I think that's where
statement.
you learn. That's where you come to learn and unlearn, and there's adaptation. You won't necessarily say because you come for a place that they eat dog. If you go to land that cannot see dog, won't you eat?
Exactly.
Yes, and so I won't say. I mean, it boils down to you.
Yeah.
Your education, your background, and all of these things. And, I mean, your good heart, if that counts.
Yes,
because I feel like I won't see a fellow human, irrespective of being white, black, whatever, and act brash.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
I mean, you're not coming for me. You're not trying to kill me. You're not trying to hurt me. You're just asking questions or whatever. But you realize that some people, even from that, oh my God, I didn't forget this part. So I was at the airport, this particular, I can't remember where I was going to, wherever. I was with somebody.
Was it me?
I can't remember, was it you? Well, I can't remember. I was with somebody.
How often do you guys travel together, by the way?
This is my traveling bud, baby. Pinky finger
That
me.
is crazy.
Sunky and Dab travel with them all the time.
So we're waiting for the flight, right? And this man was with his 2 kids, right? So it was like in a business lounge. So I come in, drop my bag, and my friends said, let's just grab something to eat because we checked in late before they tell us to start boarding, right? So we seated. So the man went to get something with just his 2 girls. So we started, we said hi to each other. Listen, their father came, and so there was a seat next to the second girl, right? Then there's a seat beside the first girl. So their father comes from picking up like food and all that, and goes, oh, sure, my wife is here. So the daughter's like, Dad, there's mom's space here. The man was just, no, my wife is here. Like, my phone, like, Sunky, let's just get over here. Just and so you can see the young girl just being
Not seeing any color
not seeing
or
any
race.
issue with it, like space there that momsy can sit at the other end there. Why are you trying to just in there's space? You understand? Typical me, I would have been like, you did Chris, I know you're going, but I'm just like, nah, this is just, I don't want to be here.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
Doesn't need that energy.
Yeah, I'm like, you're troubled. So just,
Facts.
just
Big time.
stay with your troubles, man.
Big
So,
time.
like I said, background, what you're teaching people, do you understand? So imagine, it's the father that is going to be correcting the daughter here, is the daughter trying to, so.
Wow, that's very interesting. So I like that you touched on the point, the fact that she was young. They're kids,
Right.
so the kids don't see any color or tone. I believe racism is a behavior that is learned.
Right.
I don't think anybody is born with it.
Now, I actually want to ask you a question because you grew up in England, so people will say that people will think you're mixed, like you're light skinned and you're pretty fair, so they'll say you're mixed.
Okay.
Did you ever like have that clash of? I know some people, like especially like light skinned people, they always have that clash of, oh, you're not black, you're white, you're not white, you're black. Did you ever have that like in school?
No, I never had that in school. Funny, the only time I would have been displaced or verbally displaced based on my skin color or where I'm from is actually in Nigeria.
Lagos Island,
like, it's here. So,
remember that day at Eko, Oyibo?
Let's not
Literally,
even, let's not do
they
this.
were just screaming, Oyibo.
So a few times, okay, all right, one time, this was market as well.
Yeah.
I went to the market and for whatever reason, a few days beforehand, I had a henna tattoo that was all up my arm and whichever. And I believe I made my friends at the time gay as well, Dabota, shout out to her. And we went into the market. Don't ask me what we went for. This is like 10 odd years ago, 8 years ago.
Condoms.
And, excuse me?
Oh.
No, miracle. So what happened was they started shouting. they started shouting and they were saying a lot of what I don't understand. Now, I don't speak Yoruba, so I was happily oblivious to what was happening. But Dabota, who also doesn't speak Yoruba, but she felt the intensity of whatever it is they were trying to shame or whatever us for. And literally was like, yeah, I ain't gonna go and cover up this thing and go to the car. In UK, I never experienced that. London is one of the most diverse cities and most accommodating cities in the world, so that never happened to me. Colorism, I experienced that here. Tribalism, I experienced that here. The only time I experienced racism was when I went on a trip to Singapore, which was, I think I told you about that, and that was for Cece's birthday.
Not you turning like he again?
Don't mind him.
Oh, you guys, I need to join one of these trips, but I don't think our flight reservations will be the same.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm in economy still.
Okay.
Still.
So, well, we flew business to Singapore.
At the other side.
We flew to Singapore because, and we had activities set out during the day. There's quite a lot of us. And we went to I think what is the biggest aquarium in the world, or one of the larger ones. And there was a mascot. So like these people, they wear the giant costumes. So there was like a giant shark. And kids, these Asian kids and white people were going and taking pictures, etc. And Angel, who was like right next to me, decided she wanted to take a picture. And we happened to be live at the time. So Angel goes forward and is like, oh, I want to take a picture. She didn't really say too much. She just ran up and was like, kind of like trying to pose. She's a very baby girl. She's very cute. And I noticed that one of the staff came and literally was dragging the mascot away. So I'm like, hey, just chill. It's going to be like all of 2 minutes. Before I could even approach her, like, hey, excuse me, it was like, oh, no. And I was like, what is this? I had never experienced racism anywhere else in my life. It might have been slight, it might have been implied, but not
comes like a shock.
To my face. So I literally was like, huh? So I was like, no. She was like, no, you go now. And she was going. And literally 3 steps on, this other white kid came to take a picture and she allowed them. Then I popped off. And Angel, who is actually very vocal and definitely can handle her own, was in shock the whole time. Angel literally started crying. And I just instantly, obviously as a mummy, protective nature, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Of all places, I would not have expected it. I don't know why I wouldn't have expected it in an Asian country, but I did not expect it in a tourist attraction. In one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It was shocking to me. So to answer your question, no, I didn't experience that in the UK. I went to a private school in the UK. I was quite privileged. Shout out St. Dunstan's and mum and dad. And my school was literally full of brain boxes and they were mixed. We learned 5 different languages at a time. We learned different sports that incorporated different cultures. So I was lucky in that sense.
Second question I also want to ask you, because you said you experienced it in
Miracle Show.
Show.
It's not because it's a key one, because it's racism. I feel like because you brought it up being in Nigeria, you experienced colorism and a bit of racism.
Yes.
So I also want to throw a different type of question in that, which is, do you think you've gained more or lost more being in your skin color in Nigeria? Do you think you've gained more or do you think you've lost more?
Okay, well, to answer that statement, I'm going to say everything that I have gained has been of my own merit, my sweat, my hard work, and how hard I push. Nobody will deny my work ethic. When it comes to things that I've lost, I would also say that's down to maybe 1 or 2 poor decisions on my part. Maybe not always, being emotionally disciplined, definitely. But I wouldn't attribute it to my tone. And the reason I would say that is because there are a lot of fair girls here. Some of them didn't even start fair. There are girls that have pure Nigerian heritage, that are whiter than me, that have, they just have a lot more European look.
They've revamped.
They have edited and tweaked. But even apart from that, there's a lot of girls from your side that are very, very fair as well. So I don't think success is attributed to my tone, because if that was the case, the most successful women in this country would be very bright. And some of the most successful women are beautiful black queens. Mo Abudu, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade is a giant. Like, don't play. It's just that, I wish she had more love and appreciation from here. But there are women that are doing the damn thing. Literally. Mo is on a panel for the Oscars. She's on the panel for that.
I'll keep it stuck with you. And this is not to you because we talk and I know your work ethic and I know your passion.
Yes.
So when it comes to entertainment. But I'm speaking from what I've seen especially when you talk to influencers and what companies are looking for. Still in Nigeria, light-skinned women have an advantage.
There's a colorism issue. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's an advantage. Please, it is not an advantage. So
I feel like...
No, let me come at you sideways with this. Because here's what happens, right? And sorry, I feel passionate about this because I'm somebody that has been subject to this. Oh, you're light-skinned, you're pretty, you must be selling. Oh, you're light-skinned, you're pretty, you cannot be trustworthy in a relationship. Oh, you're very, very fair, very pretty, so pretty that we don't think you possibly could be domesticated. Let me tell you something. I was a housewife for 4 years and I ran my home. That was my business. That was my heart and soul. Now, unfortunately, if you're not close to me, you're not going to know these examples, but there is a lot of typecasting. So it has not necessarily worked for my advantage, like other than the aesthetics as per we're on camera and, attractiveness comes in different shades. But that tone, if anything, has worked against me being here. I walk in a room and some women immediately, like, shoulders are up.
I feel it's outdated.
I don't think it is.
It is outdated because people are not talking about colorism, and it's bodied girls, BBL.
Yes.
No. BBL is a standard.
Really going
but now,
colorism with you again.
BBL, I feel like BBL, any girl can get.
Because right now,
tone, not everybody can achieve that tone.
Okay, so why I'm saying that, so I happen to be in the space whereby I work with a lot of agencies and one of you. And I'll tell you one thing. Oh my God!
Oh, this is such a good part of the part. I'm feeling this convo.
Why? Because you touched on colorism. You're annoying. Anyway, go ahead.
But we can't.
But it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
So
go on.
I was still like years, like 3-4 years back. So maybe it was the thing, right? So what I'm saying now is the fact that you realize that inclusion is now a thing.
Yes.
It's now a huge ass thing. So when I say it's so huge, Japa, if a new company is opening, you will hear so percent women, this thing. They're not telling you so percent light skin or dark skin.
Right.
They've stopped all of this thing. Inclusion is the thing, and they feel like if you're not about that life, you are traditional, you're like outdated. Somebody right now they're saying, okay, include thick women, skinny women, slim women, not so. That's what people are talking about now. More the world has moved more to the body size aspect as to the color.
My brother, do you know what the top cosmetic selling brand in the market right now is?
Which hotel?
Bleaching cream, still. Coral white.
Yeah, that's your choice now.
No, my brother,
okay.
what I'm trying to say is
Miracle.
The masses, I understand what you're trying to say.
It's just
but
like
the masses
same thing with BBL.
What the trend is.
You see girls, you see shorties, I'll tell you that I'm a slim girl, I'm a good looking guy, I don't care. But so BBL is in sale doesn't mean that
so
that's the only way.
Are you trying to say as a Nigerian, as a community, we've forgotten, we've moved away from everybody wants to be lighter. Do you think we moved away from
I think we've moved completely.
It's not as
rampant.
Yeah, it's not chaotic as to like 3, 4, 5 years ago. So I'm saying right now,
I don't think so.
Inclusion is what is reigning. And anybody that is not, guess what? Nobody does. Are you joking? They were 3 years ago, you will see all these things. Light skin.
Yeah.
But right now, is none of those. You will see everything has to be complete. The big size, the slim ones, the medium one, the albinos. Bro, inclusion pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't think that bleaching or whatever, I mean, obviously, bleaching cream is still sell now. And I think it's a thing of choice. Not necessarily because the country is not saying everybody. The girl from South Africa, she's not that skin.
Beautiful brown girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, but let's not. We can't use her as an example. Though.
Why?
Because I feel like she's a.
Miracle, I think
because that's MBG.
Miracle, I think you're taking one statistic, which you're quite right. It's a right statistic, but you're applying it in one place. I think you're forgetting that the Asian market actually consumes skin lightening products 2 or 4 times more than Africa does.
No, yeah.
So I don't want to take that point you made and apply it here. It's not very valid.
I'm just trying to say, I feel like Nigeria as a whole,
Same
when
way
you come
weight
to the
loss is
basics,
still- same way
our
weight
beauty
loss is still
standards are still
selling.
very minimal. We still believe that light-skinned women are the most beautiful women. Majority, not all, but most.
Nah,
No,
not in
Miracle.
2024.
Not in 2024, darling.
Yeah, I think we've gone past that.
But if we're going to get into this, we'll be here all day.
night, yeah.
So I'm just going to shorten it. Okay, guys, we have plenty more to talk about and plenty more to laugh about. Please catch us after this break. Welcome back, guys. We have chopped up this very, very dicey topic. And if there are any opinions on this set that you agree with or can relate to, please feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share. So, guys, we have reached the part of the show which is fun and banter, thanks to Vesti. And I'm going to keep it very simple for you guys. It's going to be a simple this and that question. I need you to fire rapidly. Please, Miracle, darling, if you can not elaborate, I would appreciate that. Yes, so I just need you to choose between these options, all right? So, Miracle, movies or TV series?
Wow. Movies.
Sunky?
TV series.
Okay.
That's a lot of commitment.
Sunky, beach vacation or mountain retreats?
Beach or...
I'm laughing because I know this one for you.
What?
Beach vacations or mountain retreats,
Mountain
Miracle?
retreat, man. Switzerland.
Have you been there before?
I want to. That's my bucket list, though. I want to go run them skiing adventures. Expensive, though.
Beach
Jesus.
bomb over here.
Okay, no worries. Coffee or tea, darling?
Coffee.
Tea.
Okay. Android or iPhone?
iPhone, of course.
Techno.
He said techno. He didn't even say Android. Miracle. I know this one for you. Cooking at home or dining out? I know this one for
I'm
you.
cooking at home. What? I'm the best chef in the world.
In between.
Really?
I swear.
I thought you were going to say dine out.
Obviously, I love it. It's something of mood, right? Yeah, but
You know, I
sometimes
only
like to
know
cook.
2 major restaurants in Lagos.
2.
Only 2.
I'm very sorry for you.
I think I know 3, but I'm not sure. Wow. I'm not sure. I don't think that's a restaurant.
When did you move to Lagos?
I've been here for a while, but I don't just eat out. I usually
He
follow my
cooks.
sister.
He
usually follow
cooks
my
at
sister.
home.
The one I know is Slow. Slow is nice.
Right.
So, and I know RSVP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not a bad
cook.
cook. He has cooked for me before.
Proper.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was okay.
It was nice.
It was okay.
Nice. That's the reason why I'm here today, guys. Facts.
Excuse me, I
It's a
said it
long
needed
story.
salt.
You
It
need to
needed
come on my
salt.
podcast so that we need to discuss our relationship because
We don't
I
have
would
a
not be here
relationship.
today if
Jeez.
it wasn't for my cooking. Best in the world. Come on.
Without
Back
salt.
yourself, boys.
Without salt. So moving on.
yourselves.
Sunky, have you ever used the phrase, "I dey come" and left for hours?
Of course.
What? Say the phrase again?
I dey come, I dey come.
Oh, yeah.
Why they go?
I didn't come in here. Jesus.
All
I
right,
apologize once again.
let me ask you this question.
Oh, wow.
Do you say sorry even when it's not your fault?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
miracle.
Yes. My mom,
Oh, Chim.
my sister, my dad, my brothers.
No, we-
You.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Please.
Yeah, a lot. It's just for peace to reign. Sorry. Sorry.
Sunky.
Yes, of course.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
You? Oh. You know you haven't. You know you haven't. I don't think you ever used that word in your life.
Can you leave me alone?
But you know.
Please. I have a question I want to ask my darling. He's a big foodie. Can you name, I'm not going to say all, but can you name 3 ingredients in a perfect pot of egusi soup?
Wow.
3 ingredients. The beef, of course, though.
Of course.
Yeah, the egusi, of course. Magino.
All right, nice. Miracle, can you name 3 ingredients in a perfect plate of teriyaki?
Teriyaki with what, though?
3 ingredients, bro.
Teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki. Okay, you got chicken.
I mean, soy sauce. I mean, I like to use butter instead of oil, just for the juices to flow. Then, of course, the chicken, the parsley.
You said chicken. There's no parsley in
You wanna make
teriyaki.
it creamy.
So Miracle has failed that question, guys. Thank you very much. Sunky is up. All right. Miracle, do you know what Owambe means and how to dance shaku shaku or zanku?
Owambe. Owambe is like street food now.
Hey!
Owambe. Sorry, Owambe is the wedding traditional.
Oh!
Yes, it's a street food. They say that's Opebialen.
No, I've heard Owambe.
Yes, the Owambe restaurant.
You guys-
Baby!
Not roundabout.
You viral for this one.
People can't see what's going on in the back, but they're clowning me. You see, I'm proud to say I don't know everything.
Please, can you at least...
God humbled me.
The second half of this, can you at least...
God humbles me because I don't know everything.
Can you do shaku shaku or zanku?
Of course.
Do now.
Shaku and...
Okay. You tried. Sorry about the
What's
Owambe.
Owambe?
See, Yoruba man here.
There is like Yoruba, so when you're going for a ceremonial thing.
Hey, I was right now. They do during weddings, eh?
Yeah, like
That's not what you said first.
ceremonial.
I mixed up with... I thought
You didn't mix nothing,
The first thing in my
babe.
head was Amala.
No,
You said food. You said food.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Owambe food. People love the food they serve at Owambe, but it's not what.
Sunky, I don't know why you're trying to make Miracle feel better. You just,
In
baby,
my head was Amala. I swear.
baby.
You got Amala skirt.
You got another viral moment, baby. Okay, Owambe is a food. I'm here for
crazy.
it. All right, well, it's very insightful that you think Owambe is food. So we're
That's
going to stay
crazy.
on the topic of
It
food.
was a simple mistake.
It wasn't, you made a mistake
Owambe
twice.
is a ceremony that the
Okay.
Yoruba tradition celebrate proudly. I'm in support of the Yoruba
It is not a
community.
tradition. It is
Manika
the
was
name.
there is a ceremony. You just continue a bit.
Listen, Sunky, please.
I'm here.
Yes? Have you ever eaten gala and lakasera while stuck in Lagos traffic?
Of course, yes. Are you joking?
I'm scared to say this food
But that's
before he says it's a
been-
party.
I have Yoruba friends, guys. I have Yoruba friends.
Clearly, you do not.
Jesus.
Have you ever been to an Owambe?
I have Yoruba friends. I hang out with Yoruba people all the time.
Have you been to an Owambe?
Yes, I believe so.
He's not looking at me to confirm, like, oh, yes, you've been, my guy.
Well, guys, as you can see, our guests have proved just how Nigerian they are. I want to thank those of you who are locked in and watching this episode. If you have any comments, opinions, or you have a topic you want to drop in, please make sure you comment below, like, subscribe, and also share. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time. I do have a token of appreciation for you from Vesti. Here you are.
This is so nice. Thank you so much.
Just for your own now. Sure.
Oh, I thought I was going to present. You know how they pass on.
Now you be the host.
Here you are.
You see?
Thank you.
These are the
Wesley.
usual banters I have with my fellow Yoruba friends in Owambes.
And on that
Get me out
note,
of here.
it has been nothing but a festive Owambe here, despite being a serious topic.
Yes.
Make sure you stay tuned in. Once again, subscribe, like, and share. It's your girl, Venita Akpofure, for the Uncolored podcast by Vesti, signing out.